probably better than anybody know what it's like to be chief. So can we get your comment on these allegations that have surfaced about Chief Adderley's relationship with Scott Rothstein?
Yeah, it's creating a perception nightmare, obviously, but they are allegations right now, so we need to wait till we get to the bottom of the investigation, and then we'll take the steps we need to take at that point in time.
Well, has he turned over his cell phone records? Have you gotten to the bottom of that?
No, and as a city commissioner, I'm not involved in the actual investigation. It'll be to the city manager's office, and who he decides to make that type of investigation. And we may discuss that as a commission later on today, maybe move to have an outside agency do that investigation.
Do you think he should be held to, or what sort of standard should he be held ethically, Chief Adderley?
I think all police officers should be held to a higher standard. I always believe in that. And, of course, the higher up you go in leadership within an organization, you should lead by example.
What has been your personal reaction to the fact that, I mean, the picture doesn't lie. There he was standing with Mr. Rothstein in an accident scene last August. What was your reaction to that?
I was uncomfortable with it. Then again, it may appear to be inappropriate, but we don't know all the facts associated with that particular case either.
Do you still have confidence in Chief Adderley to be the head of the police agency of the city?
I have confidence in the men and women of our department to do their job and continue to serve this community.
But Chief Adderley, this is a man you worked with, do you still have full confidence in his ability to lead the city?
At this point in time, I do. We need to go ahead and make sure that these allegations are unfounded or founded, and then we can take appropriate steps at that particular point in time. But as I said, it is a bit of a public perception and a public relations nightmare, which will have to be dealt with one way or the other, regardless of the turnout of the investigation.
Is there a timetable, though? I mean, I understand he was asked to turn over certain documentation already. I mean, and as far as we know, it hasn't been turned over.
I'm not really privy to any of the facts ongoing with that investigation, so I wouldn't want to comment on that.
It's for the city manager.
It's for the
so you're allowing the city manager to fully conduct their investigation on that incident with the accident?
Yes, it's strictly related to the accident. Of course, we have the ongoing federal investigations related to Rothstein and what that may involve. We don't know about that either. So there's a lot of, maybe the state attorney is conducting some further investigations too. So there's a lot of concurrent, ongoing investigations, which is why I'm uncomfortable to make a particular comment on where we stand on that, other than say that it has created a perception problem with the city of Fort Lauderdale.
But you said you might seek to have an outside agency do the city's investigation. What agency?
Well, I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I haven't even brought this up in commission reports with the rest of the commission, but maybe bring in FDLE to do that type of investigation.
Because of the Robert Bates
well, the whole issue
friendship
of the
with
perception,
Adderley?
Not so much that. The perception of taking it out of the city and having an independent, objective look at it, I think is important at this time to do some repair to the public relations issue we have right now.
Go ahead. I was going to say, I wanted to ask one more thing. Are you aware that the FBI has talked to Chief Adderley?
I read that in the media somewhere today, but I was not aware of that prior to reading it myself.
Okay.
And when you were chief, did you socialize, go to football games, that sort of thing, with any business people in town like he has done?
I've been racking my brain, and I can't think of any right now, to tell you the truth, yes.
Were you aware, you never had any interaction with Scott Rothstein when you were chief, did you?
No, when I was chief, I did not.
Okay. Beyond being chief? I mean,
no, I haven't.
You don't really know him?
I've spoken to him. I spoke to him when I was campaigning, but we never established any rapport, any relationship. There's no campaign contributions or anything like that.
But what Brittany is saying, and I guess that's a larger issue, is it unusual for a police chief, and sort of where are the boundaries in terms of what somebody who's leading a police agency can have in terms of relationships with business people in the city?
Well, it's important to have, very good working professional relationships with business people in the city. I mean, with the Chamber of Commerce, for example, and that leadership there, you've got to have those types of relationships. So that's tantamount to make it a good partnership and working with the city. That's just one part of the community, as we're saying. But yes, business people are an important aspect of it. Obviously, we can't let it unduly influence any decisions that you may be making as a chief law enforcement officer, and you cannot create perception problems that might create that issue.
And can you let them pay for anything?
Well, state ethics law says, anything over $100 is you have to report that as a gift, and it's probably cleaner all the time just to pay for those things yourself, or you can make the reports, but one way or the other, they need to be accounted for.
Right. Okay.